Welcome back to the second episode of the Major League Sports Podcast with Gill and Strahan. As you can see, we have a new setup. Very beautiful, nice setup.
Some signed things, over there.
Yes, signed
Eli
baseballs.
Manning, which is worthless right now.
Facts. He is trash. No offense, Eli Manning, love you. We got some jerseys. It's good for our second episode. So
we're gonna buy some more bobbleheads. In the next coming weeks, so we can really expand.
Yes.
Expand.
All right. Well,
if you haven't followed our Instagram, it'll be linked in the description, and so will our Twitter.
At Major League Sports Podcast.
And then,
for both. We'll put that in the bio. Yes.
So should we just get right into it?
Yes.
All right. So first we have Beckham Jr.
Wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
He was traded to the Browns from the Giants for a first-round pick, which is 17th overall in the draft, a third-round pick, which is 95th overall in the draft, and safety Jabril Peppers.
Yes, they needed Jabril Peppers after trading away
Landon Collins.
I thought it was a stupid trade, just for a number 17 overall, which it could have value, but in the long run, it probably won't. Statistics have shown that it probably will not help the Giants.
Yeah, most of the good receivers are going to be gone by 17. There might be a diamond in the rough, maybe if they had Belichick.
Yes, I agree, Connor.
Since he's such good at finding them.
Yes. But now Odell is with Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb,
Kareem Hunt for the last 9 games.
Yes.
8 games.
Yeah. And Njoku, is that his name, right?
David Njoku.
Yes.
Yeet.
So that's a good offense.
Yeah, it's gonna be killer, and then they can draft some more defensive
killer
players
offense.
Out of the draft. they can get some more defensive players out of the draft, and their team is gonna be one of the best in the league.
Well, maybe. We will only find out.
It's a young team.
Next season.
They got a young team.
They do have a young team. Very exciting young team. I personally can't wait to see if they will succeed. Yeah. I hope they succeed, because that will be a very good story.
And then for the Giants, trading away.
Well, I don't. They've been what's the word? Rebuilding since after their Super Bowl win in 2011. So, yeah, got some changes to make, not just on the team, but in upper management. Well, speaking of the Giants, they signed former Eagles wide receiver Golden Tate to a 4-year, $37.5 million contract.
And that was after him saying earlier in the season that he wanted to go to a good team so he can spend his last prime years with one.
Interesting that he went to the Giants, because the Giants, as you guys know, are straight trash.
Him and Saquon are definitely going to be the stars of the team, obviously. But receivers in their 30s always go downhill at a fast pace. Same thing with Antonio Brown. See, I think that was too much money for Golden Tate. That's just me.
That is just you. I do agree, though. So it's not just you.
Next up, we have Le'Veon Bell signing a 4-year, $52.5 million deal with the New York Jets after saying he wanted to sign a $100 million deal with them earlier in the season.
I don't know why they would do that.
So
why they would sign him for that much.
He went cheaper to the Jets than he could have been with a good team with the Steelers.
But I don't think he's worth 52.5 for 4 years. Do you?
I think loyalty, no. But
loyalty.
But how good he can play?
At his maximum level of skill, he is. But I don't think, especially after last season, since he sat out
the
whole season, I don't think he's worth 52.5 for 4 years. That's just my opinion. I'm sure other people will think differently. I'm sure you guys will think differently.
Interesting signing with the Dolphins. They just picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick earlier today.
After trading Ryan Tannehill to the Titans.
Yep. Tannehill, I'm sure he'll do good for the first 2 games. Then they're just gonna have to bench him.
Yeah. Well, we can only see. Chargers signed 3-time Pro Bowler Thomas Davis, linebacker Thomas Davis. I'm not sure about the contract details, but he was previously on the Panthers. The Bills signed former Dallas Cowboy wide receiver Cole Beasley to a 4-year, $29 million contract. And they also signed wide receiver John Brown to a 3-year, $27 million contract.
Those are 2 great pickups for the Bills because that's definitely going to be helping Josh Allen with his deep game because John Brown's very fast. Cole Beasley has amazing hands. You can compare him to Adam Thielen.
Really? Have you seen his hands before? Are really that good?
They're pretty soft, I'd assume.
All right, nice banter. They signed. So yeah, that would be good. Good wide receivers. The Cardinals signed linebacker Jordan Hicks to a 4-year, $36 million contract. He was previously on the Eagles. The Chiefs traded linebacker D Ford to the 49ers for a 2020 second-round pick. 2020 second-round pick for D Ford.
D Ford, he hasn't played a full season since 2014, which could be bad, could be good.
But I think he's gonna have a good season.
49ers are definitely in a good rebuilding state right now. I think they're gonna have a great season coming up. Yeah.
Earl Thomas signed a 4-year, $55 million contract with the Baltimore Ravens. He was previously on the Seahawks, so good for him. The Ravens signed a 3-year, $15 million contract with Mark Ingram, running back, who was previously on the Saints. I think he will have a decent impact.
See, I don't like that signing because I do, but I don't because Mark Ingram's I think he's 30 or 31 right now. So he's obviously going to be going downhill.
That's
very
3
soon.
years.
Still. It was good for the amount of money they paid for him. It was easy.
Yeah.
With how much he has been doing for the Saints in his past years.
Well, after releasing Blake Bortles, the Jaguars have signed a 4-year, $88 million contract with former Eagles quarterback Nick Foles. I mentioned this on the Instagram. I thought it was a bad move for the Eagles to do this because I just feel like I don't really have faith in Carson Wentz. I really hope he does play well, and I hope I'm wrong because he's still young and recovering from his injury. I really hope he plays well.
Yep, injuries have been killing him his whole career. So, it was good, definitely good for the Jaguars because of how good Nick Foles is and how much he's proved himself in the past 2 years, winning a Super Bowl and almost going back to a Super Bowl. Yep.
Oh, and the Eagles also, I don't have this written down, sorry, but the Eagles also signed Deshaun Jackson back.
Yep.
After being on the Buccaneers. And in a hypothetical situation, I think it's a good move. And what I mean by that is hoping that Carson Wentz will play well and will match up with the rest of the, will have good chemistry with the rest of the offense. That is a good move. And so, but I think it's also not really a good move at the same time because, you never know what could happen to Carson Wentz. So, yeah.
Back to the Jaguars. Blake Bortles is reportedly talking to the LA Rams, which I think he would be a great backup for Jared Goff.
Yeah, but
I don't think
he's a I don't think he should be a backup though. I think he has the caliber to be a starter.
Why so?
So he's not a great passer, but he can definitely improve that part of his game. He's a great runner.
He's an okay runner. He can get out of the pocket when he needs to. I wouldn't say he's as mobile as Cam Newton or I don't know, even Carson Wentz. I'd say, I don't know.
More so than Eli Manning, though.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a great pickup for the Giants.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Speaking of Giants, former Giant safety Landon Collins signed with the Redskins. The contract is a 6-year, $84 million contract, and all I can say is good for the Redskins. I feel like it was stupid for the Giants to
at his press conference
not put a franchise tag on him. Sorry.
At his press conference, they gave him a game-worn Sean Taylor jersey.
R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
Which he did you say John?
I said Sean Taylor.
It sounded like you said John.
Well, I didn't. I said Sean.
Which he started tearing up. Which.
I mean, if you don't know, Sean Taylor died in 2007.
He was shot.
Yes, from a shooter going into his home. So that's sad.
Yep. Next with top 5 remaining free agents. So first off, we're gonna have Ezekiel Ansah. Although he's had a long history with injuries and he's 30 years old, he's a great run stopper and he can get to the quarterback very fast. Next up, we have Eric Berry. He's still an above average safety, but he's had very many health problems. But I'm pretty sure he'd be a good fit for anyone who picks him up.
Isaiah Crowell, the 27-year-old running back. He rushed for almost 2,500 yards and 15 touchdowns in the last 3 seasons, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. You can comment on them. I'm gonna be honest. Don't really have much to say about these top 5 remaining free agents.
Justin Houston, he's a good player to be watched. Whenever teams play him, me saying that, I mean that you have to account for him when you're drawing up your game plan because he's a very fast rusher.
Yes.
And then we have Jared Cook. So his last 2 seasons, in my opinion, are his 2 most productive seasons with the Raiders, and I think he might be one of the best tight ends in the NFL, maybe top 5, top 10.
Cool. Sorry, I really want to talk about this next topic. Tyreek Hill. He has allegations of domestic abuse or something.
Yep.
What's with the Chiefs their abuse?
I saw that he broke one of his son's arms. I think I saw his 4-year-old son's arm, and he has just beat his children. But I don't know. Speaking of beating people, second
running back to be known for abusing their children.
All right. Okay. Speaking of beating people,
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so dumb.
Kareem Hunt will be suspended for 8 games at the beginning of next season.
Not running back, receiver,
which I think is fair.
My bad.
Because he's been getting a lot of help with alcohol, and he's been working with the NFL a great amount on his suspension.
Yeah.
Moving on from the NFL, NBA. There's a very close race with the top 5 teams in the Western Conference.
I feel like this isn't what's the word, widely known as much as it should be. It's kind of like, I feel like it is, but at the same time, I feel like it should have more attention coming to it. The Warriors, obviously, first in the West. They just clinched a playoff spot.
Yes, they did.
So good for them. But they're 47-21. The Nuggets are second, 46-22. The Rockets, 43-26. The Blazers, 42-27. Thunder, 42-28. It's ridiculously close between the Rockets, Blazers, and the Thunder.
The Blazers,
1 game separating.
I think they're gonna lose some games because CJ McCollum went down on his left leg after a layup, and he's been diagnosed with a popliteus strain
I have no
in
idea
his
to say
left knee. Don't correct me on how to say that. It's unknown how much time he'll miss. So, just hope he gets better soon.
Yeah. Tough. He's still relatively young, so.
Yep.
Speaking of injuries, Malcolm Brogdon of the a shooting guard for the Bucks is to miss 6 to 8 weeks with minor plantar fascia tear in his right foot. The Bucks have just been playing so well recently. That's
first team to 50 wins.
Yes, first in the East. It's a tough loss for them, especially because Malcolm Brogdon is a good 3-point shooter.
He's had a very huge impact on their success in this season.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wishing for his speed recovery along with CJ McCollum.
The Suns, they've had recent success.
Yeah.
They beat the Warriors
Recently,
a couple of nights ago.
I saw this meme. I guess it's kind of a meme. It said, breaking news: Suns will reportedly purposefully miss the playoffs because it would just be way too easy for them to make the playoffs. I just, good for them, I guess. With Devin Booker.
Devin Booker's really the only
Kelly
reason.
Oubre, and what's his DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton.
Yeah. So that's a kind of a big three.
They have a young team.
Maybe.
So they might have some luck in the next coming years. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they stop being so bad.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. They're so bad. Oh my gosh. What do they have? How many wins do they have?
Yeah, but I'd give a lot of that success recently to Devin Booker, definitely.
17-54. Yeah, he played really well against the Warriors.
Yep.
He had like
38, I think.
38.
Maybe.
I don't know. He played really well in the last quarter, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Him and Clay went back and
they
forth.
won 6-4 in their last 10, which is really good for them, especially since they have 17
near half
wins.
of their wins.
Yeah. Just looking at this Western Conference standings, the Lakers, man, 2-8 in the last 10.
All right, next, moving on from NBA, we're going to NCAA men's basketball.
Other basketball.
Yep. Zion Williamson's second game back from his injury, which was a win against UNC.
74-73.
Yep. It was a nail biter at the end.
Yeah, I didn't think. So I was watching the game with my dad, and in like the first 10 minutes when they were not playing very well, he was like, man, I hate to say it, UNC fans were right. It doesn't matter. They were just gonna beat them anyways. Is this Duke team really that good? And it was just a tough start for them, a tough shooting start for them. They ended up winning, obviously. And Zion played amazing. He played very well. He had 31 points
and 11 rebounds, double. Yeah. And then due to that win last night, Duke won the ACC championship game against FSU. The final score was 73-65, and it was very close.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah, it was close pretty much all the way through until the end when Duke just went on a run and just scored. So good. Zion, he finished with 21 points, and RJ Barrett finished with 17 points.
Yeah, it's good for Duke. I am interested to see how they will do in the NCAA tournament. And I think Connor here is pulling up a list of all of the clinch NCAA teams.
Yes, I am. All right, so here we go. So first off, we have UC Irvine. Never heard of them in my life. Hope they win it. New Mexico State. They're slept on a lot. They're better than they're shown to be. They beat Grand Canyon 89-57 to clinch, which is 42 points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good win for them. Abilene Christian University, they had a 77-60 win over New Orleans in the Southland Championship. Duke, obviously, as we were just talking about, win over FSU. Old Dominion, they beat Western Kentucky 62-56. University of Montana, they won 68-62 in the Big Sky Championship. And that's back-to-back years that they've done that. University of Buffalo, no surprise there. They've had a good season overall. 87-73 against Bowling Green in the MAC Championship. Villanova beating Seton Hall, which...
Did you watch that game?
I watched a little bit of it.
I did too.
Seton Hall, I think they're a lot better than a lot of people think they are. They sent almost beating Villanova, but as we've seen, Villanova really hasn't had the greatest season this season. But they won 74-72. Next we have Prairie View A&M. It's their first time in 21 years after beating Texas Southern in the SWAC Championship. The Utah State, they beat San Diego State 64-57. Iowa State, they played against Kansas and won 78-66. And apparently Kansas isn't great anymore.
And by the way, even if we're not listing some teams will still get bids. Like UNC, obviously, they haven't clinched anything because they lost, but they will still get a bid to the tournament, obviously. And Cincinnati just clinched too, which we do not have on here, but
NC Central, that's 3 straight for them. They won 50-47 in the MEAC Championship. Next up, we have St. Mary's. They upset number 1 Gonzaga 60-47.
They killed them.
60-47 in the WCC Championship.
They killed them.
I mean, Gonzaga should have just won that, obviously. They're one of the greatest teams in college. So that is just crazy.
Not anymore, though. So.
Yeah.
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State. They beat Omaha 73-63 to win the Summit League Championship. Northeastern University, they won 82-74 in the CAA Championship. Northern Kentucky, they beat Wright State 77-66. Fairleigh Dickinson, they beat St. Francis 85-76 in the NEC Championship.
Of course, we laughed at that. Sorry.
Iona, they locked up the MAAC and trip to the NCAA tournament for the 4th straight year with a win 81-60 over Monmouth. Wofford, they beat UNC Greensboro 70-58.
Monmouth, by the way, sorry.
I said that.
You said Monomouth.
Monomouth.
It's Monmouth.
They won 70-58 in the SoCon title. Liberty University, they won 74-68 over Lipscomb. Gardner-Webb University, they won 76-65 in the Radford Big South Championship. Murray State, they won 77-65, beating Belmont in the OVC Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And St. Louis, they beat St. Bonaventure 55-53 in a nail-biter. It was a very close game. It's a very sad game.
For you.
Yep. That's their first time winning it since 2014. And Auburn, they dominated Tennessee 84-64. So that's crazy. After beating Florida last night, which there was very questionable no call in the last second.
Yes,
of the
there
game.
was. There was a
3 people huddling around one of the Florida players
when he was taking a shot. It was Well, first of all, there was no call. There was no foul call, which there was definitely at least a foul before the shot. But the debate is really whether or not if there was a foul, like if the foul was before the shot or after shot. But there was not even a foul called, so that's terrible officiating.
And last, we have Yale beating Harvard 97-85 to win the Ivy League crown. So that's all we have for that. Announcement. March Madness, we're going to have a March Madness bracket. Once ESPN, they get their sites back up and working, we're going to create one. Winner will get $30. So follow our Instagram for updates and details on the contest. We'll try to put the link in one of our Instagram posts, or we'll put it in our bio.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description, and we'll put the link right here too.
So we'll put something on ours
right here.
I don't know if they're gonna have their sites working by then, but if they do,
they might not. If not, like
just check our Instagram story.
Yeah,
we'll put that on that. We'll probably make a post about it.
And if they don't, we'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll make something work.
Moving on from NCAA news, we have MLB news. Kyle Seager is expected to return in June after he underwent a surgery on his hand to repair one of his tendons.
Yeah.
And then we have predictions for the upcoming season.
Who
do you think's gonna win the World Series?
Who do I think? Ooh. Yeah, I want to say more Red Sox. I don't know. I think the Yankees have a good chance.
That's what I was thinking too.
I was thinking the Yankees.
They have a very good team.
They do have a good team. But I kind of want to see someone in the what was I about to say?
National League.
Yes, there you go. I couldn't think of it. My bad. I want to see someone in the National League kind of win this year.
The Braves, I think they're going to have a very good season after picking up Josh Donaldson. And then they'll have Acuna, Albies, Freddie Freeman. So their team is just looking good overall. What team do you think is going to have a breakout season?
I know a lot of people will say the Phillies because Bryce Harper. I don't think so. I mean,
overpaid.
Yeah, he was way overpaid. Let's not even get into that though. I want the I do want the Braves to do good, do well. I do want them to do well this season. Yes, I do think they have a good chance too. I do want them to do well. Do you have anything? Was yours the Braves too?
Yep.
All right.
Moving on from MLB, we're going to NHL. We're gonna talk about power rankings. The Sharks, they have moved up 2 spots to number 2
in the Super 16.
They have gone 7-10 in their they have won 7 of their last 10 games, so they've been a very hot team. Although they just lost 2 straight.
But no one's gonna contest with the Lightning. Really.
And then the Penguins, they moved up 3 spots to number 7. They've been playing very good recently.
10 spots actually.
What?
10 spots.
No.
Right here.
That means they came up from spot 10.
Yes, you're right. My bad.
So the Hurricanes, they went down a spot after having a very great run. And then, so the Predators and the Penguins pretty much just swapped places. Even though the Predators have 1 more win than them, they have more losses, and the Penguins have more ties.
I don't really think in the long run any of that matters because I just said, the Lightning, they are playing
amazing,
so well this season.
Yeah. With
13 losses, 17 losses, but 4 of them come in overtime. So 53 wins. I think the Lightning are just gonna dominate.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna win.
I mean, they're 10 wins ahead of the
Sharks.
Second. Yeah.
The person,
Yeah, the person in second.
The team, the San Jose Sharks, which are in second with 43-19-8 record. But just the Lightning are just too dominant.
Oh yeah,
Just way too dominant. Patrice Bergeron got his 800th point in his in at least like 1,000 games.
so, yep.
Alex Ovechkin got his
100th point.
1,200 points
on
Tuesday.
I think that he's gonna go down as one of the top 10 greatest players. He's just been continuing his greatness, showing that he should be in talks for one of the best players ever.
Yeah, I mean his legendary career is just continuing. It's just amazing how well he's been playing his whole career.
And then Connor McDavid,
One of the best players. One of the best young players.
other than Jack Eichel, and
One of the best young
and
players.
Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, one of the best. I'm not saying the best. I'm saying one of the best young
McDavid,
players in the
NHL
he's
right
joined
now. Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Howard Chuck, and Crosby in the NHL history to record 3 consecutive 100-point seasons before the age of 23.
That's crazy. There's no secret he has amazing, serious talent. He has to be taken in consideration, like, as a better player. I know you just said you were iffy on calling him one of the best young players in the league, but
he definitely is.
He definitely
he doesn't have a
is.
great team around him,
Oilers aren't.
so he's really the star of their team. See, Jack Eichel, I'd say, is the best player in the NHL right now. Just because.
Just because. That's great reasoning. I agree.
You know, I'd say the 2015 draft was the best draft in the NHL in a while because they had McDavid and Jack Eichel. And they've shown to be one of the best players, or two of the best players in the NHL in current years.
Yes.
Yeah, very well said.
Yes. That's really it. There wasn't much news like in all around sports other than NFL.
And a little NBA.
Yeah, but like NFL, obviously in free agency, there's just going to be so much stuff going on. And there's still going to be so much stuff going on for the rest of the off season, and it's only March.
There's still,
it's
only
March.
Now that really a lot of the good players are already gone from free agency, everyone's waiting for the draft now. But so if you guys want to follow our Instagram, it'll be linked to the description.
Like we said about 1,000 times.
So our Twitter. Our March Madness, we'll keep you guys updated on that. Again, winner wins $30. So if you're interested in that, there's only one entry per person.
Let me pull up ESPN real quick, see if it's working again. But yeah, like we said, we'll keep you updated on what will happen, and we
Sunday
will.
is here, so you guys will have better chances, I guess.
And when it is up, bracketology, and when we are officially, like, when the official contest
created.
Contest is created,
We'll let you guys know
make a post on our Instagram.
On our story.
So please make sure to follow our Instagram to stay updated and to make sure that you enter that contest. Like we said, winner will win $30, and we can't wait.
So, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share with friends so we can get the podcast out to more people.
Yeah, please share.
So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.